Here are the tests on my 1934 Bowers Pottery toilet. With most, if not all of these old toilets, there was no water line in the tank, and this isn't even the original tank, so it's just set there and using a standard flapper. Let's give this a flush and see how it does on tests. The flush on this toilet is absolutely awesome. I really like it. However, I do wish that it did siphon quicker. But hey, this toilet's lasted for 89 years already. I think it's pretty good. Let's see if it can take a washcloth. Actually, there's no way it will fail this, so let's watch it pass. Did perfect as expected. Now let's watch it pass a grocery bag. The reason I say that is because there's no way it will fail. Again, it passed perfectly as expected. Now let's see if it can take a washcloth and a grocery bag together. With the way it flushes, I'm thinking that it has a chance of failing because it tends to put everything into the mouth of the trapway a little bit soon on the flush, so it doesn't have the power to suck it all down at the very end, but instead it just waits there for the toilet to siphon. So I think that's what's going to get it, and I'm honestly expecting it to fail. But who knows, that trapway is huge and glazed, so it also very likely could pass. It did perfect. I should have never underestimated this toilet. If it's good enough to use as my profile picture, it can certainly pass a washcloth and a grocery bag with no issues at all. Now let's see if it can take a dish towel. As I've mentioned before, this dish towel is huge, but I know there are toilets out there with the ability to pass it. So I'm going to give this toilet the benefit of the doubt and say it's going to pass. It took it. It struggled just a teeny tiny bit, and I can tell because the siphon was slightly weaker, meaning it took more time in the trapway, and also I think it filled up a little bit. But that did really, really well considering the size of that dish towel. I'm going to try the dish towel test again, but I'm going to lay the dish towel the other way to see if that makes any difference. So it's the long way facing that way, whereas before it was the long way like this. So I'm going to see if it'll take it. I think it still will. It did slightly worse, but it still could get it through. I'm going to empty the rest of the water from the tank and see if that's enough to push it the rest of the way. Nope. I'm going to wait for the tank to refill, and then I'm going to give it another flush. There we go. Good job. And it didn't overflow, so I wouldn't quite consider that a fail. Now let's see how it flushes with a clogged siphon jet. I tried to block this little slot up here as well, but I don't know if the paper towel will stay in place. My guess is that it will flush better than it does normally. It didn't really siphon. I just remember that when I got it before and the siphon jet had dirt in it, it flushed actually better. But I think the bowl rinse was also not good. So honestly, the best way is probably just the normal way with the slot and the jet functioning properly as it was designed. So overall, I'd say that was a good flush. Now let's see if it can flush dirt. I think it will do really well. The only issue is it does take a while to siphon, so it might leave a little bit in the bowl, but I think the bowl rinse will be excellent. As I was saying, it did leave the floaters. Everything that's left is floating on the surface. As for the rinse, I don't see a single speck. And if that'll focus there is some dirt on that little spout. So that's its one weakness. But overall, I'd say the bowl rinse, aside from this, gets a 10 out of 10. But there are no rim jets there. So overall, this toilet would do just fine installed. It would probably do better than most. But personally, I prefer one with a higher water line and one that's also not broken, so I wouldn't install this exact one. But anyway, I'm going to give it another flush to get the rest of the dirt out, and then I'll wrap up this video. If you enjoy my videos, please subscribe and turn on notifications. It helps my channel a lot and I really appreciate it. Thanks for watching, and see you guys in the next video.